initially had it more like very decided, like, oh, you could tell that Ellie believed him and they were going to live happily ever after, and then they went back and kind of made it more like, I don't know what happens. Another thing I thought was interesting, I don't know if you saw this too, but you know the doctor sequence towards the end of the game where you can, you know, shoot the doctors or leave them. That wasn't playable previously. That was a cutscene, and then one of the team members pushed to have it be playable to add more emotional oomph to the
You
end.
shot one, didn't you? I shot all of them.
And apparently you don't have to shoot any, they were saying. Apparently there is a way to just walk that guy back and then
Okay.
detach her. Which I thought that was one of the coolest parts of the entire game, just because, you know, it's a game with no choice in the sense of it's a linear story, but there are moments where it feels like you're so in that character of Joel or Ellie, and you are making decisions even though you're really not, and that was one that I thought exemplified that the very, very best. If we want to touch on the game...
Would you have liked like some... Sorry, but would you like to like some sort of decision making in there, or was you quite happy with it being a very linear story?
I don't know, because as I was playing this, I had dreams, I mentioned this to you before, dreams of this like open world survival game where it really was just, you know, 2 bullets and you got to make do with what you can, and much more crafting. And I think though that as much as I like that idea and I think choice would be cool, we sometimes get carried away and don't realize how tricky that is. And you look at something like State of Decay and how messy that gets at points. And you kind of need that linear structure to deliver a picture-perfect experience.
Definitely. I mean, we touched on multiplayer a little bit, didn't we? We done a little gameplay of it that you will see on either of our channels quite soon. But what do you think of the multiplayer so far?
I really like the multiplayer. I don't know that it has the lasting power, obviously, of something like Call of Duty. I think it maybe fits into the same type of multiplayer as like Assassin's Creed, where it's like, oh, this is really cool, and the people that are super into the game play it. But I love that they were able to transition the feel of single player to multiplayer. I thought that was... Didn't you think that was like really a pretty cool achievement?
It's very well done, wasn't it? Like, you can craft stuff in the game, you can purchase stuff almost like pills, and you're just like, it feels very like tense as well.